Holy shit, guys. This is just ridiculous. It's hard to believe that this is currently my life. It's absolutely amazing. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 12. Right, bit of a late start today. What time are we on? We're on 9:20 in the morning. And reason being is when I got here last night, I had to reposition the vehicle probably about 4 times just to get it to the right orientation against the wind. Because originally it was on this side, then it was on that side, then it was shit. Anyway, we managed to do it. We had an all right night's sleep. But it has been very windy, and indeed at the moment it is still very rainy out there. Can you see that on the windscreen? Right, everybody, rain stopped for the time being, so I've decided to go for a wander with my trusty banana just for safekeeping. I'm going to go over there because that's where I saw deers yesterday. I saw a deer in there and I saw 3 deers just up over that crest there. I'm going to walk down to the beach because that's where we were watching sea otters last year, and I'm just generally going to go for a wander about, and I'm taking you lot with me. Can't actually see any in there today, none at all, but I'll go up over that crest in a second and I'll have a look in there and I'll explore that just a little bit deeper, I think. Right, let's be a little bit quiet because this is where we saw them yesterday. Drinking out of that big bottle. No, there's nothing here today. I remember last time I came to Skye, it was quite windy and it was really rainy. Why did I think this time was going to be any different? Right, my friends, I have decided to move from this spot. So I'm going to go over, I'm on the west side of the island at the moment, so I'm going to head over to the east side and see if it's a little bit more sheltered. We will see. I'm going to knock the camera off and quickly punch in a couple of locations on the sat-nav, and I'll pick you up a little bit later on. Right, my friends, confession time. I've cheated a little bit. I've come to a campsite where there's just that crap. I went up onto the east side of Skye and it was just still as windy, so I went up into some sheltered hills. It was still windy and now it's like a driving rain, so I thought, balls to it, I'll go to a campsite for tonight. At least I can choose a little secluded quiet park spot. They've got Wi-Fi because I'm running out of data on my phone. It renews tomorrow, and they have showers and stuff for the morning, so I can get washed up and cleaned up either tonight or tomorrow morning, which would be lovely. So yeah, my first camp night of the night, not too expensive as I'm in a Land Rover and it's self-contained. I don't need power or anything. Not going to be able to give you a pan with this camera because this one isn't waterproof. But later on, when the wind blows over, I will venture out and I will show you what's going on around here. So I've got you way over there so you can see what I'm doing. I am going to attempt to cook a curry, a tikka masala, in the back of the Land Rover in this, I call it a slow cooker, but it's actually a ramen or a pasta cooker. You can get them off Amazon for about 25 quid, the cheapest chips. And I bought it to plug in to the Bluetti down there to cook myself food on rainy, horrible days where I can't light the gas outside because flames and air and all that stuff blowing out and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be just a quick, rudimental wooden spoon, bit of rice, tikka masala sauce, some onions. I've got my beef down here on the floor because it's going to be a beef curry. I'm just going to mix it all in the pot. I've got a bit of red pepper and a couple of mushrooms to chuck in there because I like all that sort of stuff. All I'm going to do is I'm going to dice my onion, chuck it in the pot on max heat, which is about 650 watts, and I'm going to brown off the beef and the onion together. I'm going to chuck the sauce in with the mushrooms, wait for that to cook a little while, half an hour or something. Then I'm going to chuck some rice. I'm going to water down the curry sauce and chuck the rice in on top as well, so it all cooks together in one pot. That's the plan. So guys, food is in. All that's left to add is just a handful of rice, which I've got here. I'm just letting that just tenderize a little bit. Right guys, well, there's machine. I've stopped it on 86%. I'm quite happy that it's all cooked. And there's the other machine. And that's what tea looks like. And I can't wait. Guys, I am stuffed. I'm on my third helping of this. Oh God. Because I've not been eating regular the last few days, my appetite's just got turned to nothing. But I've proper tried to force it in because I realise the need to eat, basically. But yeah, I'm just going to finish that off camera. And then I'm going to settle down for the night and do a little bit of editing and chill. There is Wi-Fi on the campsite, so I can chill, watch a little bit of YouTube, do a bit of editing and just relax. I'm not going to bring you along for that because that'll be like watching paint dry for you all. What I'll do is I'll just keep today's section of the video really short in hopes that we get a shorter video. So yeah, I'll bid you all good night for now, and I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Good morning everybody. I slept quite well last night, even though it was windy and rainy and bouncing off the vehicle. I don't know, it was something about the campsite that just relaxed me for a short time. Had a shower and used facilities this morning. You don't come to a campsite and not use the facilities. It's kind of what they're here for. And when you take all that into consideration, it was actually quite a cheap do. I think I paid 19 quid to stay here last night. That was with free Wi-Fi, showers, toilets on site, rubbish and waste disposal. So yeah, it's quite cheap. Now it's going to be a little bit more expensive for bigger vehicles that need electricity and stuff. I don't, as you all know, I'm quite self-sufficient. I need minimal things. So today we are going to go on a couple of hikes. I'm going to drive into the hills and we are going to go wandering for a little while. So there's going to be a bit of filming. Weather is looking good. The sun is out. I've just deployed the awning just to air it a little bit because the last few times I've had it out it's been wet. So I thought I'd just air it a little bit just to dry it off. It's not that wet, to be fair, but it is, you can see it is a little bit damp. So probably do it good just airing a little bit. Now we have to be out of the campsite for 11 o'clock and it's 9:45 right now. So I've got about an hour to get all my stuff straight, which to be fair, I'm ready to go. Once I've drunk my coffee, keys in and we're off. I just need to find out what our first destination is going to be. So I'm going to do that all off the camera and I'll fetch you back very shortly for a quick look around the campsite. There's a lot of people on here, so I don't want to intrude or you know, disturb anybody's privacy. So yeah, I'll do that in a little while when a few more people have left and then we'll bugger off too. So this is Camping Skye. Those are the shower and toilet blocks. Just here is the waste disposal. Just there's reception. Now over there where those camper vans are, and up top over there is hookup and vehicles that need power, need to be plugged in basically. And then behind me, which is all this here, this is non-hookup solar vehicles. I stayed in H, which is just over there. And yeah, that is Camping Skye. Now, time to get off. So guys, I have arrived at the first destination. We are going to explore the fairy pools today. But before we set off, I've just parked on the official car park. And I have to spin the camera around and show you this view because it's spectacular. I tell you what, man, it's crazy here. Absolutely crazy. Right, let's go. Right, that's just the top edge of the car park, and over there we've got a great big woodland. And then check this out. This is insane. I'll stop pointing there. It's just like 360 degrees of marvel. It is insanity. Right, I'm going to put this camera away. I'm going to get the big stupid blue jacket on, because I don't know if you can see, but all them people down there going along that path, that's where we're heading, and the fairy pools are somewhere down there. So everybody, apologies for the bad audio. There's a lot of water around me and it is a bit windy. But these are the fairy pools. Bloody stunning. No words, guys. No words. I've got an audience watching me. This is going to be quite awkward. So I thought I'd do a quick NB, an FYI. If you come into the fairy pools, don't wear too many layers. It's a bit of a hike. A light raincoat and a couple of base layers underneath will be more than enough. It's really, really hot. Be expecting to see a lot of people and have an audience. Because I've got an audience here. I got people watching. What the hell is he doing? Also, give yourselves about 2 hours. Maybe a little bit longer if you're going to stop every 30 seconds to take photos and stuff. But yeah, I'm prepared to have your breath taken away. This place is spectacular and it definitely ranks in my top 3 places to visit in Scotland. You have got to come here, it's worth every penny, and just do the walk. I didn't go as far as everybody else. I could see a sprinkling of people just a bit further up the track from me, but I went as far as I thought the views warranted, if that makes sense. Those words were quite difficult. Anyway, I can see the car park from here. I'm probably half a mile away, so I'm going to set to and go back. I didn't bring any water, foolishly. That's probably another thing you should bring. Maybe a backpack with some essentials. When you get to the top, probably a good place to have a picnic as well. Anyway, enough wittering, because I've got about 30 people stood behind the camera watching me because I'm out on a rock. And I'll see you all soon. So I left the fairy pools about 40-50 minutes ago. And I set to driving just in the area because I had no reception on my phone, so I had no idea where I was. Anyway, I got a little bit further down the hill and I managed to log on to maps and find this car park, which I actually drove past on the way in, but I didn't see it, I didn't clock it. So I turned around, came back. It's nice and sheltered because there's a great big woodland just here with a downed tree just here. But if I take you this way a little bit, a very old woodland there, lots of downed trees and stuff. And with having a downed tree just here, it means I've got shelter, so I can cook my venison stew, which is what I'm on with now. So I'm going to cook my tea, and I'll fetch you back in a little while to see what mess I've managed to make. Stew is coming on fantastic. Look at this. Stew is a stewing. All veg and everything's in there. Just going to wait for it just to tenderise now. So just leave it in there for a while so it melts in my mouth. I want it so all the onions and everything dissolve and all the broccoli disappears, so you end up with a really nice broth. So plans. Tonight I am going to stay on this car park, I think. It's not that busy. There's a few vehicles up on the top section of it, which is arguably a lot flatter than the bottom section, which is what I'm parked on. So this is the bottom section. There's 2 vans, both from France, I think, and me right at the back. I've simply gone at the back so I can shelter from the breeze. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and another little white van over there, 5. I'm going to stay on here tonight. It's a stone's throw away from the fairy pools, like I former mentioned. Tomorrow I'm going to head back into town. I'm going to do a Friday big shop, buy myself some veg and restock the fridge a little bit. I have got a little bit of venison left because I didn't use it all, but I am going to need stuff like milk and bread and all fresh produce. So yeah, get all that bought tomorrow and then probably head north on the island. Yeah, there's a few things I want to see up north. You've got the Fairy Glen and you've got a bothy right up on the north peak of Skye, which I want to go look at. So yeah, there's a few things to do up there. So I think I'm going to go and view them tomorrow. And then hopefully at weekend, Trucker and Mrs. Trucker will be joining me. We're thinking around either Saturday or Sunday I'll be hooking up with them. So I think I'm going to hang around Skye. I do like this little island, you know. So far, those fairy pools, man, they're going to take a lot of getting over. They were absolutely stunning. Right, head back over there, check on the stew, keep my eye on it. Needs about another 40 minutes to be fair, to be absolutely spot on. Happy to report my stew, it's not quite ready. The carrots ain't soft enough, but I can't wait anymore. I'm ravenous. I put a handful of pasta in it as well, just to soak up some of the juices and make it thicker. But I'll spin it round and show you what it looks like before I tuck in, because I'm starving. That's it. That's it. Like I say, the carrots ain't massively soft. They're what I would class as al dente. Everything else is cooked. I tried potato, I tried everything else, and everything else is divine. It's amazing. Right, I'm going to put the camera down, square everything away dead quick, let it just cool down a little bit because I don't want to take skin off the top of my mouth. And then I'm going to chow. I'm going to pack a lot of this up as well, like fold the awning in and stuff. I only put it out so I could cook, just in case it waned. Right, enough jibber jabber. I need to film my face. I'm hungry. God, guys, if only you could try this. It is amazing. And I've got just enough venison to do another one tomorrow, but I need to buy everything else back in. Oh, just what your boy needs. If anybody does come up here and watches this video and you want me to hook you up with a good place to buy venison, I have got the perfect spot. Freshly cut, they freeze it straight, they butcher it, freeze it straight away, and the price is absolutely spot on. I think I bought a kilo of diced venison steak and 2 venison burgers for under a tenner, and it is amazing. It is the best stuff ever. Right, let me go. I'm going to finish all of this. I've got no reception whatsoever in this area, so once I finish this, I'm going to finish editing a video that I started last night on the campsite, and I'm going to start another video because I got a lot of footage from the fairy poles, which no doubt you've already seen. But yeah, there was a hell of a lot of footage that I need to edit down and try and get it into some sort of viewing format. Right, good evening, my friends. I wanted to just quickly report back and let you all know that that venison stew was amazing. Thoroughly enjoyable. Finished that, and then I had a Tunnet's tea cake at that too. And I've been sat here editing since. If I quickly give you 3 of them, computer is just there awaiting this bit of footage that I'm recording now. So I'd like to thank you all for watching today. I hope you enjoyed watching the fairy pools as much as I enjoyed visiting it. It was spectacular. I can't think of a better word that describes it. It's breathtaking up there. Just the mountains, the waterfalls, the clearness of the water. If you didn't take it all in, go back and just watch that little section again and just look further into the picture. It's amazing. I want to go back there. In fact, I might go back there when Trucker and Mrs. Trucker arrive. Might take them up there and go for a big long walk. Although they've done it before, I'd like to do it again with them. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. You all have a fantastic night. I'm going to end this video right there, and I'll start a fresh one tomorrow on day 14. Look after yourselves, guys.